Hello there and welcome into the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for softball here, a doubleheader on a Friday afternoon in Santa Clarita. College of the Canyons getting ready to take on the Santa Ana Dons here on the Cougar Sports Network. Happy to have you along. I'm Matt Robinson. So glad to see you once again here on the network as we get ready for more exciting softball action. Cougars coming off a tough couple of games. They lost their last two in a doubleheader against Cuesta. Cuesta, a very good team from a season ago. The Cougars and the Cougars, as it were, met in the playoffs here. So not unexpected. And talking to John Wismath, it was just kind of one of those days. Team didn't quite have the game they would have liked. Trying to clean it up here today against the 7-7 Santa Ana team. When you look at College of the Canyons this season, they've done a lot with a bunch of different players. Two that have stood out as of late right now, Grace Diaz and Yahali Gonzalez. Gonzalez on a 3-game hitting streak with 13 walks. That's number one in the state. Grace Diaz, a 4-game hitting streak. She's 1 for 3 in that game against Cuesta, as they will try and find their offense here against a Cougars team that boasts a few pitchers. We'll talk about Cuesta. We'll get you the starting lineup for Cuesta here today. As you take a look for the Cougars, Mia Luna will lead things off, then Julia Arston. Eddie Mendoza in the 3 spot, then Grace Potter, followed by Gracie Barrios. Maya Armenta, then Caitlin Murphy in the 7 spot, Yasmin Garcia in the 8 spot, and Kalani Gonzalez is the DP, batting 9th with Caitlin Martinez, as the flex. They will face Akana Gonzalez will get the start today. 4-1 so far in the year with a 3.39 ERA. You look in 6 starts, 43 and a third innings pitched, 38 hits, 25 runs, 13 walks. That should be 15 strikeouts, but we got a Q in there because I'm trying to do too many things at once, and a whip of 1.2. As we get started here, Mia Luna will lead things off, facing Akane Gonzalez. First pitch from Akane Gonzalez in there for a strike, and we are underway. Luna this season, 286 on the average, 12 for 42 with 4 runs batted in. Just 2 walks, 5 strikeouts on the season. This one hit on the ground past the third baseman, Gabby Wensley. And Luna will have a leadoff single here. So the leadoff runner for Santa Ana aboard. As Wensley could not get to that. We'll set the defense for Canyons here in a second, as Julia Arston will step in. Arston, the right-handed hitting center fielder, batting .375 on the season. As Gonzalez's pitch hit on the ground, foul up the third base line. Runner in Luna was in motion. Canyons has struggled to throw runners out. Luna this season 3 for 3 on the bases. When you look for Canyons defensively trying to throw runners out this season, they've allowed 22 stolen bases on 22 attempts. So it's been a struggle this year for College of the Canyons. For Arston, 3 RBIs on the season with 6 hits and just 16 at-bats, getting a chance to start here today, and gets hit right in the back. So a tough start from Akana Gonzalez. Gives up a single, hits a batter. 2 runners on here for Santa Ana. Gonzalez, her last time out here at home was against Cypress, and she dueled for 10 innings against the Cypress ace and just couldn't come away with the win. So now she'll have to go back to work, facing Eddie Mendoza. Mendoza, the best hitter in the lineup this season for Marissa Ross and Santa Ana. Takes a changeup for a called strike. Mendoza, 435 with a home run and 7 runs batted in. She's 26th in the state in hits with 20 of them this season. 5 extra base hits to her credit. As she faces Akana Gonzalez here with 2 on and nobody out. Changeup misses away. Defensively for Canyons, it's Leilani Lopez behind the plate, working as the battery, along with Akane Gonzalez in the circle. 1-1 misses just inside. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here to Akana Gonzalez. or to, to Addie Mendoza. Gonzalez gives up a single and a hit batter here to start the inning. Santa Ana at 7-7, trying to get above 500. This one hit down the third base line, foul, and we'll do it again. Defensively for College of the Canyons, as we set the defense, Diaz, Reese, and Gonzalez from left to right in the outfield. Jimenez, Vanoli, Petretti, and Wensley along the infield from right to left. With Lopez, as we said, behind the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. That one floats a little bit on Akane Gonzalez, so it'll make it 3-2. A full count with nobody out, 2 on already. Santa Ana trying to get going offensively here. This one hit on the ground towards short, scooped by Petretti to second. On to first, not in time for a double play. It's a ground out that's a productive one, and it at least moves a runner up, or a ground ball that's a productive one for Mendoza. As she grounds into a fielder's choice, but reaches first base. So we put runners on the corners and 1 away. And she cut down Arston at second base, 6-4. Canyons has yet to turn a double play this season. They'll face Grace Potter here. Potter listed as the pitcher, but I likely think that she'll get bounced around this game, and Kalani Gonzalez or Caitlin Martinez will get there. They'll throw behind the runner at third here, as Potter has not had a start in the circle this season. Potter, a .250 hitter, 8 for 32 on the season, with 9 runs batted in and trying to pick up a couple right here. An important spot for Santa Ana to try and get some runs. This one hit foul up the third base side. Good pitch on the outer half from Akane Gonzalez, called for strike 3. As she sets down Potter looking. So 2 down for Grace Barrios. Or Gracie Barrios, excuse me. Barrios this season, .289 with 4 runs batted in. Gonzalez finds the inside corner on the first pitch. For Akane Gonzalez, just her 16th strikeout of the season. Has been not been high strikeout totals on the year, but has pitched well for the most part. Struggled, like we said, her last time out, but both her and Nicole Murrow really struggled against Cuesta for some reason. John Wismath was saying that Cuesta had just one of those days, according to the Cuesta head coach, where they were firing on all cylinders offensively, as the wind is picked up here and is knocking some of our equipment around, so we'll try and get that solved. This one fouled straight back to the screen. Pretty breezy here today. Temperatures in the 70s, so a nice day, but a cool day. This one lifted in the air towards the second baseman, Vanoli. She'll make the catch. And with that, Akane Gonzalez able to get out of the trouble after she gives up a single and a hit batter. Gets Mendoza to ground into a fielder's choice, then gets Grace Potter to strike out and Barrios to pop up softly on the infield here in the first of 2 today. No runs on a hit, 2 left on. Half inning in the books. No score. Canyons coming up. Take a look at the Cougar lineup here today. For John Wismath, the head coach for College of the Canyons, Holly Gonzalez will lead things off. Skylar Vanoli will be in the 2 spot, then Brooke Petretti in the 3 spot. Janice Jimenez batting 4th. Grace Diaz, we talked about, batting 5th. Isabel Mena the DP in the 6th spot. Gabby Wensley getting the start at 3rd, batting 7th. Connie Gonzalez, the pitcher, will bat in the 8th spot. And Mia Reese will bat 9th for College of the Canyons. Try and get some things moved around here. It will be Kalani Gonzalez that will start in the circle. Gonzalez was the DP, but she'll flex over into the circle. Gonzalez 3-3 on the year for Santa Ana with a 3.99 ERA. In 13 appearances, she started 4 times and gone 40 and a third innings in total. 58 hits, 28 runs, 23 of those earned with 14 walks and 8 strikeouts on the season, as opposing hitters hitting .330 against her. As Holly Gonzalez will step in to lead things off, the state leader in walks so far this season with 13. Has found a way to get on just about every game this year. She's riding a 3-game hitting streak, 4 for 9 during that hitting streak. She was 3 for 7 against Cuesta in Canyon's 2-game losses to the Cuesta Cougars up on the road. Trying to get Canyon started here in the home half of the 1st inning. Gonzalez, 14 runs scored, 12 hits, and 39 at-bats. She's done a phenomenal job out of that leadoff spot, just finding ways to get on. As she takes it again, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. So Gonzalez will wait here. And it's a 4-pitch walk, as Kalani Gonzalez does not find the strike zone in her first opportunity today. And it'll bring us to Skylar Vanole, who was red hot for a time. Vanole 7 for 11 before the Cuesta series. Went 0 for 7 against Cuesta on Tuesday, trying to change things up, turn things around here. Batting .400 on the season with 14 runs batted in. Runner not in motion, but they'll pick behind her regardless, and diving back safely is Yahali Gonzalez. Gonzalez 6 for 8 on the bases this year. Gonzalez in motion that time, and she is in there safely, so give her a 7th stolen base on the season now. For John Wismath, that's very much in his wheelhouse in terms of the offense for the Cougars. You look this season, 49 stolen bases as a group coming into today, so 50 now. That's 4th most in the state, and they've only been caught 3 times, so it's a really solid percentage when running. 50 of 53 so far on the year. Opposing teams just have not been able to stop the run game for College of the Canyons. And now you put Skylar Vanoli at the plate. The 2-0 count. And a chance to drive and a run, but she works it to 3-0. Kalani Gonzalez has not found the strike zone yet in the ball game. Through a batter and 3 pitches. And it is a back-to-back 4-pitch walks. So 8 in a row from Kalani Gonzalez, and that's going to bring out Marissa Ross. And I'm not sure Kalani Gonzalez is going to necessarily keep the ball here. You have options, as you have Arston and Karen Vasquez, who have both pitched this year, although Vasquez is really, when you look for Santa Ana, we talked about it, we didn't get a chance to show you the graphic. We'll do it now while they chat. For Santa Ana, it's been kind of three players that have led the way. Eddie Mendoza, we've talked about, 435 hitter on the season. But then Vasquez and Gonzalez have been their two starters pretty much all year long. They've each gone over 40 innings this season, so you expect one of the two of them to have the ball today. And I think they're going to stay with Kalani Gonzalez for the moment. Try and just settle her in a little bit here. So now we go to work with Brooke Petretti at the plate. Petretti, the sophomore for College of the Canyons. Had a good freshman campaign. Has been off to a good start here in her sophomore campaign for the most part. Batting .308. Started into the season on a seven-game hitting streak. Was 2 for 6 against Cuesta with a double, a triple, and RBI. A couple of runs scored, trying to keep that momentum going here. As she swings and fouls one away. It's the first strike issued by Gonzalez today, by Kalani Gonzalez, as it was a swinging strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Petretti hits this one on the ground. The shortstop, Mendoza, will scoop, but they will only get 1. So much like for Santa Ana in their half of the first, a fielder's choice for the 3-hitter is set down for the first out of the inning. And now Janice Jimenez will come to the plate. Jimenez this year, .487, 37th in the state in batting average, 17 runs batted in. She's got 9 extra base hits. Canyons will try and run here. They're going to get gifted a run, trying to steal one at the plate. And a little miscommunication on defense for Santa Ana. Scored an error on Armenta, even though really you can't fault her. She tried to throw out towards the second baseman, Barrios. Canyons gets the first run of the game. This ball hit on the ground out into the outfield, picked up by Arston. Her throw to the plate not going to be in time. Jimenez advancing to second on the throw. So it's an RBI single for Janice Jimenez. 2 runs across in the inning now for College of the Canyons. As scoring on the base hit was Petretti from second base. Yahali Gonzalez scores on the error from Armenta. And Canyons now has a 2-0 lead here in the first as Jimenez drives in another. We talked about Janice Jimenez for a moment. Now 18 runs batted in. Actually, I think she gets credit for 19 here. Regardless, it'll bring up Grace Diaz, who's on a hitting streak. Jimenez in motion, and she'll have third base stolen as the ball got away from Armenta. So stolen base for Jimenez, and Canyons continues to do what they do so much of during the season, which is run. And so now Diaz, who was showing bunt on the first pitch, will have a chance to go to work at the plate. See if she can drive in Jimenez. Takes a called strike. The count is even at 1-1. This ball hit on the ground sharply towards third. Good pick by Luna. Fires to first in time for the out. So 2 away. Solid defensive play from Luna for the second out of the inning. And it'll bring us to Isabel Mena. Mena, the DEP today. Just her 4th start of the season. 1 for 9 so far this year. With 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. She picked up her only hit against Cuesta. Trying to work off that. Build a little bit. Takes a called strike, and it's 0-1. Mena swings and lifts this one in the air towards deep left field. That ball gonna get way out of here. Isabel Mena, 2-run home run. Nothing that Murphy could do, and Canyons adds a couple more here in the first inning on Mena's first home run and her second hit of the season. So the freshman out of Arleta, California, from Arleta High School, gets her first career college home run. It is a 4-0 Canyons lead. Now it'll bring us to Gabby Wensley. Wensley batting 154 on the season. Wensley hits this one on the ground towards short. Scooped up by Mendoza, fires to Garcia. That'll end the inning. But Canyons gets 4 off a 2-run home run from Isabel Mena. And we go to the top half of the second inning in a 4-0 ball game. The College of the Canyons Athletic Department is proud to announce the Hall of Fame class for 2025. This year's inductees include legendary women's basketball coach Greg Herron, 2-time softball All-American Ruby Herrera, 2010 state track and field champion Corey Honeycutt, 2-time conference men's basketball player of the year Carlton Spencer, and the 2010 state runner-up men's soccer team. Be there for all the excitement Wednesday, March 19th at 4:30 p.m. at the Santa Clarita Performing Arts Center. For more information, please visit cocathletics.com or call 661-362-3742. Go Cougs! Top half of the second. Santa Ana will send Armenta, Murphy, and Garcia to the plate. Amaya Armenta this season batting 167. Swings and misses at the first pitch, and we are underway here in the top half of the second inning. Good pitch on the inner half. Armenta just 2 for 12 this year. Went 0 for 5 against Bakersfield in Santa Ana's last couple of games, which were on the 25th, earlier in the week. This one fouled away off to the right. The Dons, before winning against Bakersfield in game 2, 5 before, they had lost 4 in a row. Lost to Palomar 10-3, Mission 6-1, Mission 8-0, and Bakersfield 9-0 in game 1 of their series on Tuesday. 0-2 pitch, a waste pitch up out of the way. Good pitch on a 1-2, freezes the batter, Armenta. Second strikeout of the ball game for Akane Gonzalez. One away here in the second inning. Four runs across in the first for Canyons. Nothing in the first for Santa Ana. They try and turn things around here in the second. Caitlin Murphy coming to the plate. 333 on the season for Murphy. And up under hands for a ball. 14 for 42 with a double. And 5 runs batted in, but she's hitless in her last 5 at-bats. Was 0 for 4 against Bakersfield in their series on Tuesday. Swings and pops this one up in the air. Akana Gonzalez going to be the only one able to play it, and she does. So we'll pop out to the pitcher for the second out of the inning. Two down, and it'll bring us to Yasmin Garcia. Garcia, 6 for 35, batting .171 on the year. Timeout called by Marissa Ross. Good chat about some things. First of 2 here today. Don't forget, we'll have the second coming up around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You'll have to switch over feeds, as we like to keep single games available up on the network, but it'll be right there underneath the first one, so hope you join us for both. That pitch misses down. Good pitch from Akana Gonzalez that time. This one hit sharply at third. It gets through Wensley. Pertretti tries to pick it up and fire to first. Not going to be in time. So a 2-out base runner here. See what the official scoring is on it. For now, Garcia on. And Keilani Gonzalez up there at the plate. Gonzalez 1 for 15 on the year. So a 2-out single for, or 2-out base runner, we should say. One in there for a called strike, makes it 1-2. Gonzalez's 1-2 just misses away, but a good thought. He scored an error, so 15th error of the season on Canyons, as Gonzalez now lets it work back to a 3-2 count here against the 9-hitter in Keilani Gonzalez. These are the spots as a young pitcher against the lower part of the lineup who doesn't hit much. You got to just battle through. This one lifted out to left for a base hit by Keilani Gonzalez. So 2 2-out base runners here, an error and a single. And now we go back to the top of the order for Santa Ana with 2 away. And Mia Luna, who singled to lead off the game but was stranded aboard, comes back to the plate. Good pitch from Akane Gonzalez that time, right on the outer half. Home plate umpire today, Kendall McCarthy, by the way. Tony Lang, the field umpire. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here to Mia Luna. Bounce straight back to the screen. Gets us back to a 2-2 count here. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on here in the top of the second inning. Deuces would be wild, as Vin Scully would say. Called strike 3 on the outer half to set down Mia Luna. So again, Akane Gonzalez works out of trouble. Strikes out the final batter of the inning for her 3rd strikeout of the ball game. She gave up an error and a batter reached on an error and a single. It gets Mia Luna. We go to the home half of the second inning. Still 4-0 in favor of Canyons.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Can I get it Mike's way? What's happening?
And your free sub. Enjoy.
That was super weird.
Oh, that? Nah. She just used the Shore points you can now earn from chip and drink purchases to get a free sub through the app. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Welcome back in here as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Canyons with a 4-0 lead over Santa Ana. Akane Gonzalez, Mia Reese, and then the top of the order, and Yahala Gonzalez scheduled to hit here. Akane Gonzalez getting a rare at-bat. She's kind of had a few here and there scattered throughout the season. 1 for 12 over her last 7 games. 6 of those with plate appearances. Hitting .250 on the season, takes the first pitch down. 4 for 16 so far on the year. Does have a double to her credit. No walks, 4 strikeouts. Best game of the season was actually .215 against Saddleback. She had 3 hits and 4 at-bats in that ball game. It's called strike count is even at 1-1. Look at our inning reset here. Change up from Kalani Gonzalez misses just inside. She wasn't happy with Kendall McCarthy that time. Gave him an extra look, kind of slammed her right hand on her hip. Certainly looked good from our little location here to the right of home plate, but not given the call. And we go back to a 1 ball, 2 strike count. This one grounded towards third, scooped up by Luna and sent to first. So Akane Gonzalez grounds out for the first out of the inning. Here's Mia Reese. .357 on the season for the freshman out of Canyon High School. Had a 5-game hit streak between February 8th and February 15th, but was for 7 against Cuesta on Tuesday. So falling on tough 2-game stretch, trying to turn it around. Bunts the first pitch, I think almost accidentally. So fast though, down to first, she is safe. Kalani Gonzalez picked it up, but kind of pump faked, double pumped, waiting for Barrios to get over there. And Mia Reese on a ball I'm not sure she meant to actually put in play. Has a bunt single and a 1-out base runner here, back to the top of the order for Yahali Gonzalez, who walked, stole a base, and scored in the first inning. See if Mia Reese gets sent. She leads the team in stolen bases this year. Is perfect 12 for 12 on the season. Opposing teams have yet to find a way to throw her out. You see the speed just a few seconds ago for Reese. She'll run here. That one in for a strike. Reese diving in, safely at second base towards the back of the bag. Makes it so tough. It was a really good throw from Armenta, but nothing she could do. Mendoza even applied a quick tag, and just Reese so fast and so good at getting, especially to the back corner of the bag on stolen base opportunities, that there's not much you can do as an opposing defense. So she's 13 for 13 now on the season. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Yahali Gonzalez. Santa Ana, 19 stolen base attempts allowed with 2 runners caught this season coming into today, so it's their 20th stolen base allowed. It shows you how hard it is to throw runners out. As Gonzalez grounds this towards second, Barrios fires to first. 2 away as Reese will move up to third. Two away, Skylar Vanoli coming to the plate. Vanoli walked. It's cut down at second base. Trying to break herself out of a little 0 for 7 streak. Two balls and no strikes to count here to Vanoli. So now Wed here for the 2-hitter. Combination of 2, 3, 4 for Canyons this season can be very, very dangerous when they are at their best. That one in for a called strike. 3-1 now to Vanoli. Really the top 4 as Yahali Gonzalez finds a way to just consistently get on. That's why you have Reese in the 9 spot as well, if you're John Wismath, as Vanoli works a 2-out walk. By putting Reese in the 9 spot, you almost give yourself 2 leadoff hitters, and it puts more opportunities out there for Vanoli, Petretti, and Jimenez to drive in runs. Petretti grounded to a fielder's choice, but did come around to score in the first. Trying to pick up another RBI. She's got 13 on the season. Takes a called strike. Petretti, a home run so far this year. She's got 7 extra base hits, 3 doubles and 3 triples with 1 home run. Had a 7-game hitting streak, as we said to start the season. Was 8 for 20 with a home run, a couple of doubles, a triple, and 10 runs batted in over the first 7 games. Just 3 since. That one down in the dirt. Canyons was going to try and steal a run, but Santa Ana just opts to throw behind Mia Reese, and instead we'll put runners at second and third here for Brooke Petretti. Skylar Vanolia advances on defensive indifference. This one hit on the ground softly towards short, scooped up and fired to first by Mendoza. So Canyons leaves 2 aboard in scoring position as Petretti grounds to short to end the inning. Cougars not able to get anything in the second. 2 full in the books, 4-0 College of the Canyons.
Whether we're on the move or stuck in one place, it's with us, comforting, healing, and transforming lives. It's the power of you. With 4 world-class hospitals and over 170 clinics across Southern California, together, we're building a healthier community. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family. It begins with you. UCLA Health.
Don't forget, folks, March 19th, the 2025 Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony, 4:30 p.m., blue carpet reception. The induction ceremony begins at 6 o'clock. It's a great class this year, as we've got legendary men's or women's basketball coach Greg Herrick going in this season, the 2010 state runner-up men's soccer team, 2-time track and field state champion Corey Honeycutt, 2-time player of the year, conference player of the year in men's basketball Carlton Spencer, and 2-time All-American from softball Ruby Herrera going in this year with the Hall of Fame class. Make sure you join us for that. COCathletics.com for more information. Tickets are on sale. We hope you can be there. It's a fun time. You get to see some faces that you haven't seen in a while. Get to honor some of our past athletes as some of our current athletes trying to maybe get themselves into the Hall of Fame one day. Canyons leads 4-0 right now over Santa Ana. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Dons. Arston, Mendoza, and Potter, the scheduled hitters. Arston was hit by a pitch and cut down at second. Her first at bat. Arston chops this one back up the box. It hits off of Gonzalez's glove and goes out towards left center field. So Arston will get a base hit here. It's a tough play for Akane Gonzalez. I think had she not touched it, it might have been playable up the middle for Petretti. So it's a leadoff base runner here. As now Addie Mendoza will come to the plate. Mendoza very dangerous at the plate this season. She'll bunt here right in front of the circle. The only play for Akane Gonzalez is first. So a sacrifice bunt from Mendoza. A productive out for Santa Ana. So here's Grace Potter. Struck out in her first at bat. Takes this pitch down. Good changeup from Gonzalez that Potter swings through. Very good off-speed pitch from Gonzalez. She has the ability to change speed. Not going to overpower hitters with her fastball, but can take a couple of miles per hour off it. You see the swing through from Potter that time. This time Potter grounds it softly to first, where Janice Jimenez patrols, picks up, and steps on first base for the second out of the inning. So runner in scoring position and 2 away. Gracie Barrios will come to the plate. Barrios popped out to second in her first at bat of the ball game. Gonzalez misses just inside on a good pitch. Under the hands. We've talked about that a lot here on the network. In softball, that pitch you're looking for to right-handed hitters from a right-handed pitcher is that one that rises just under the hands. It's so difficult to deal with as this one grounded towards short. Petretti quickly fires to first. No runs across despite a leadoff single from Arston. 2.5 in the books. Canyons with a 4-0 lead. Welcome back to Whitten Field as we go back to work here. College of the Canyons with a 4-0 lead. Janice Jimenez coming to the plate. Had an RBI double in the first, or an RBI single, scratched that in the first. Now 20 hits and 18 runs batted in on the season for Jimenez. The average ticking just a touch higher than 387 now, which was what she was coming into the game today. One of the state leaders in batting average so far this year. And she's got, it's not as though it's just base hits, it's a lot of extra base hits as well. Slugging .795 on the year, that's 25th in California. She reaches just a touch over 56% of the time, which is 27th. So put her OPS at 1.360. 6 times this season she's had a multi-hit game. Was one of the few Cougars that hit against Cuesta. Was 2 for 4 with a double and a couple of runs batted in game number 1. Then the Cuesta Cougars just walked her 3 times from there on out. Didn't opt to pitch to her in game 2. Way ahead here, 2 balls and no strikes. Kalani Gonzalez, after struggling to start, walking the first 2 batters, gave up a 2-run home run in the first, is settled in despite some traffic in the second, trying to continue that here in the third. Tries to get Jimenez to chase a pitch up in the zone, could not. And he's trying to put the leadoff runner aboard here. That one called for a strike on the outer half. It's the count full here to Jimenez. Like the tank from Jimenez, though, in 3-1, looking one spot, a pitch that you can't put it over the fence. You're not going to swing at it, and that one's certainly not one that you're going to drive. So now she'll work on a 3-2. Instead, she works a walk on the very next pitch. Leadoff runner aboard here for College of the Canyons. Already the 4th walk issued. And now Grace Diaz rolls out to some Green Day. Little old school there. Comes to the plate. Still working on a 4-game hitting streak, trying to extend it here. Pitch in for a strike. And Jimenez read the ball off the glove of Armenta cleanly. She would have had second base as it went in and out of the glove of Armenta. for Diaz. She was 1 for 3 against Cuesta. She's had a couple of multi-hit games. Jimenez has a stolen base. Canyon's just running everywhere. For Jimenez, that's her 12th stolen base of the season. So another one of the Cougars that can run well. Wouldn't think it with the power that Jimenez has and her ability to drive the ball that she's a stolen base threat, especially as the first baseman, usually not a position player that runs a lot, but this year has done a good job. Diaz pops this one up on the infield, playable for the third baseman, Luna, who will make the catch.
Tell me what's really going on. Drizzy back up in this thing, I'm ready. What's happening?
So here's Isabel Mena. Had a 2-run home run in the first, her first career college home run. Just her second hit of the season, but it was an absolute tank out to left field. That one bounced in the dirt from Gonzalez. They throw behind Jimenez. It's back safely. Dangerous throw. Barrios, though, able to keep it from getting to center field. And it just kind of worked her way into a count and waited for a pitch up in the zone and just crushed it. Spits on that one, but it's a called strike. One ball, one strike to count here. One away. Runner at second base in Jimenez. Canyons trying to add to a 4-0 lead. All 4 runs in the first inning. And this time chops it towards short. Mendoza fires to first. Jimenez had to stay put. So 2 down, and Gabby Wensley, who grounded to short in her first at bat, comes to the plate. So after the offense explodes in the first for 4, danger of leaving base runners in scoring position again here in the third. After a leadoff walk and a stolen base from Janice Jimenez. Wind kind of swirling here at Whitten Field today. Really has pressed its way out towards left field for the most part. So Wensley here on a 1-0 count will come back ready to work. Swings and lifts this one in the air. It'll just get over the head of the shortstop. Jimenez will try and score. Throw to the plate is not in time. Wensley down to second base with an RBI single. So an RBI hit for Gabby Wensley. So now Connie Gonzalez comes to the plate trying to help herself here. Swings and chops this one foul. So an RBI base hit for Gabby Wensley. Wensley just her second hit of the season, her 5th run batted in now. 5-0 in favor of Canyons. Aggressive from John Wismath, sending Jimenez. although with 2 outs, but a ball that wasn't hit very far into the outfield. Just got over the head of the shortstop, Mendoza. But Jimenez running well, slides in just ahead of the tag. No 2 here to Gonzalez. Connie Gonzalez grounded to third in her first at bat. This one chopped on the ground towards third. That'll end the inning. Canyons gets 1 more, though. 3 in the books. 5-0 in favor of Canyons. Going to work in the 4th inning here. Nice play from Gabby Wensley a moment ago. Drifting back to retire Amaya Armenta to lead things off. Now Kalani Murphy comes to the plate. All our shading is falling apart. I'm trying to keep all the gear cool so we can keep bringing you these games today. This one popped up. And Akana Gonzalez there to make the play. 2 down. Had an umbrella break. Had another one break just now. So we're trying to do too many things at once. We apologize to that. Like to call the game for you. And we'll tell you about Yasmin Garcia. She comes to the plate. Grounded towards, or line towards third, reached on an error. Swings at the first pitch, lifts it in the air. Mia Reese traveling around out there will make the catch. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for Akane Gonzalez. She sets down the side in order. We go to the fourth for Canyons in a 5-0 ball game. Cougars back to work. So it'll be Mia Reese, then Yahala Gonzalez, Skylar Vernoli, the scheduled hitters. Reese singled and was stranded in the second inning. One ball, two strikes to count here to Mia Reese. Swings and hits this one down the line. That'll get into the corner and left. Reese going to try for second as it got by Murphy. She'll look for third. John Wismath trying to send her. The play at the plate not going to be in time as Reese comes all the way around. It's a base hit and then an error on Murphy. Likely would have been a double for Reese. And then comes all the way around to score as the ball got by Murphy. So Canyons gets another on just Mia Reese speed more than anything else that time. See what they officially score it. I would say it would be a double and a two-bag error, but I am not the official scorer in the ball game, so. Looks like we've got some changes going on here. They score it and officially an inside the park home run for Mia Reese. And now they make a defensive substitution here. So it looks like Jaylene Salazar comes in to take over for Murphy. So we go back to the top of the order. Defensively, Martinez moves out to left. And they put Salazar in right. Holly Gonzalez 0 for 1 with a walk today. Swings and misses. We wait for an 0-2 pitch here to Holly Gonzalez. This one chopped back up the box. Lonnie Gonzalez picks it up and fires to first. So Gonzalez retired 1-3 for the first out of the inning. Canyons with a 6-0 lead here. Skylar Vinoli. You add 2 more. You give Akana Gonzalez a chance to lock it down in the 5th and end the ball game. 8 after 5 would be the rule. But only without a hit so far today, takes a called strike, but she has walked twice, so not an official plate appearance for her. This one chopped towards second base. Barrios scoops, fires, 2 down. Here's Petretti, 0 for 2 today. Another one of the Canyons' top 4, trying to turn things about a bit. Her and Vinoli have kind of fallen on a little bit of a struggle over the last few games. Just fighting the ball a little bit here, but chance to try and get right here. 6-0 ball game. Lets you swing a little bit more freely. Good take from Petretti. Fouled away on a 2-0 pitch. This one hit right back up the middle. It bounces off of Kalani Gonzalez. Luckily didn't hit her anywhere but the glove. It's a base hit for Petretti. That one a hot shot right back up the middle. Inch or 2 away from taking away a base hit from Petretti. And now here's Janice Jimenez. Singled, walked, scored twice. Hits with a runner on, and 2 away here in the 4th inning. Jimenez fouls it away. 0-2 here. Poor Kendall McCarthy, the home plate umpire, just holding his hands out looking for a ball. Nothing got returned on a couple of foul balls. The umpire can do if he doesn't have balls, baseballs to go play with. Runner in motion here. Petretti into second base safely. So now runner in scoring position for Jimenez here. Jimenez lifts this one in the air towards shallow right. That'll get off the glove of the right fielder, Salazar. Petretti will score. Jimenez is out at second base. The run does score. So it's an error on Salazar. Jimenez thrown out at second. Canyons gets a run, though, on it. At least that's how I've scored it. We'll see how they scored officially. But Petretti does score. It's a 7-0 ball game. So we go to the fifth here. Canyons in the lead. So cleaning up the last inning. Jimenez drives home a run on an error by the right fielder Salazar, and then is cut down trying to advance to second base. Petretti comes in to score. It's a 7-0 Canyons lead. Now we go Kalani Gonzalez to start things off here in the fifth. Facing Akane Gonzalez. This one lined towards right field. The throw to first base from the right fielder, Yahali Gonzalez, was high. So it's a leadoff single for Kalani Gonzalez here. And now Mia Luna will come to the plate. Luna fouls the first pitch back. Pinch run here for Kalani Gonzalez. Caitlin Martinez. Is the flex. Now the left fielder comes in to run. Kalani Gonzalez is the DP. So softball, all the things moving around. Kalani Gonzalez is in the circle, which puts Grace Potter as just a designated hitter. But since Kalani Gonzalez is the DP, it gives you flexibility in terms of how you can move batters around and run for certain people without sacrificing a substitution. 2 balls and no strikes to count here to Mia Luna, who singled and struck out. Fouls this one off to the right. This one lifted down the right field line, foul. Nobody out here in the 5th. Canyons with a 7-run lead. This ball lifted out into right center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Holly Gonzalez cuts it off and fires it in quickly. So back-to-back hits here. As Mia Luna aboard for the second time with a single. Two on and nobody out for Julia Arston, who's singled and been hit by a pitch today. And she's been hit for the second time now. So Akana Gonzalez loads the bases here. Indians has a 7-run lead at the moment. Now Akana Gonzalez finds herself in a little bit of a struggle. John Wismath going to come out and chat with her here. Try and settle his young freshman starter down a little bit. So now the base is loaded here for Santa Ana. And the right batter at the plate, Natty Mendoza, who's their most dangerous hitter this season. Good pitch from Gonzalez. This ball lifted in the air towards straightaway center. It's going to get over the head of Mia Reese. 1 run will score. A second for Santa Ana comes home. A third on its way. It's a 3-run double for Annie Mendoza. And Santa Ana has gotten themselves back in this ball game in the fourth. A 3-run double for Mendoza. And she hit it over the head of Mia Reese out in center. And now Grace Potter with nobody out comes to the plate. So after 4 solid to start, actually going to hit for Grace Potter here. Emma Avalar will come in to hit instead. First pitch in for a called strike. So Avalar getting the at-bat here in the 5th instead of Potter. Avalar 0 for 3 so far in the year. Had an at-bat against Bakersfield but didn't have a hit. She gets hit by a pitch. So Akana Gonzalez has lost her stuff here in the 5th. Grace Potter will re-enter now. And now Alyssa Barrios will hit here. Barrios, who's 1 for 4 on the year, hitting in place of Gracie Barrios. This is 5th inning, getting away from Akana Gonzalez here a little bit. Santa Ana looking for small ball here. Barrios misses on a bunt attempt that time. One ball, one strike to count here. Good pitch from Akana Gonzalez. Got to get an out here. Has not recorded one in the inning. Three runs across for Santa Ana as Gonzalez led off with a single. Then Luna had a hit. Arston walked. Then an 80 Mendoza double. Two balls, two strikes to count here. To Barrios, misses up and away, and the count now full. Barrios able to work a walk, so the base is loaded once again. Canyon still without an out here in the inning. Grace Barrios will stride back in to run at first base. Infield all in to talk about what they want to do here. As Amaya Armenta, who's 0 for 2, comes to the plate. This ball hit to center field. That'll bring home at least a run. Reese to it quickly will fire it back in. It's an RBI hit for Armenta. And for Canyons, after a 7-0 lead, now finds themselves in a tight 3-run ball game at 7-4. Jaylene Salazar hitting now as she came in to replace Murphy. Salazar, no hits in 4 at-bats this season. She's way ahead here, 2 balls and no strikes. So for now, it seems like this is Akane Gonzalez's game for John Wismath. Knowing there's 2 today, maybe thinking Nicole Murrow will go in game number 2 as Gonzalez in there for a strike this time. Scrappy performance so far from Santa Ana here in terms of trailing 6-0 after 4 and come back in the 5th with 4 runs of your own. 8th batter to the plate here, still nobody out. That one misses just inside. Good pitch from Gonzalez this time as she swings one through the zone. As swung on and missed by Salazar. 1 out here in the inning. Bases still loaded. That's a big punch out for Akane Gonzalez. And now she faces Yasmin Garcia, who's reached on an error and flown out to center. First pitch lifted in the air, foul territory. The second baseman Vanoli comes over to make the catch as it was behind Jimenez. So 2 quick outs now. And the 10th batter to the plate in the inning, Kalani Gonzalez gets her 2nd at bat. Singleton scored to start the inning. Actually, it was Caitlin Martinez that scored in her spot. So for Yala Gonzalez, just trying to get out of here without giving up any more damage. 7 of 4 in favor of Canyons. 7 runs for the first 4 innings for College of the Canyons. They held Santa Ana scoreless here till the 5th. The Dons have come alive on the offensive side. This one squibbed up the first base side. Foul. This one chopped back up the middle. Vinoli will scoop, pitches to second, just in time to get the runner at second base. Petretti did everything she could to hold on to that. And so 4 runs across, though, for Santa Ana. Good 5th inning for the Dons. We go to the home half of the 5th in a 3-run ball game. Home half of the 5th. Diaz, Mena, and Wensley. What all of a sudden is a 3-run ball game. Diaz 0 for 2. Trying to extend a hitting streak of 4 games. Takes inside. Diaz takes a strike on a 3-0 pitch. And on a 3-1 takes another called strike. Diaz swings at a 3-2 pitch. It's fouled away. Now again, a 3-2. This one lifted out in the air towards left center field for a base hit. And so Diaz stretches her hit streak to 5. Leadoff runner aboard for Canyons here in the 5th. Isabel Mena coming to the plate. Mena, as she would say, hit a bomba in the first inning, a 2-run home run. Outscored Janice Jimenez, who had singled home a couple. So Mena trying to recapture some of that first inning glory here. 2 balls and no strikes. You say it was a bomba. It was an absolute bomba from Mena. Tank out to left field. Takes that pitch. One missed away, so make it 3 balls and 1 strike to count. Now again, you're in that situation. Look in one spot, Mena takes a called strike. It's a good pitch from Gonzalez. So now you go 3-2 to Isabel Mena. She'll work a walk. So a single and a walk. And Gabby Wensley, who had a single, will be pinch hit for here. Krista Vierik will come in. Pitch hit for Wensley. So John Wismath making some changes. So Vierik is 5 for 21. Didn't play until the 11th against Santa Barbara. That was her first game of the season. But 1 for 1 at Cuesta the other day. Going to work here with 2 on and nobody out in the 5th inning. First pitch misses down and away. Give Kalani Gonzalez a lot of credit. Settled in after a rough start. Gave up 4 in the first. 1 across in the 4th. But then her start at the offense in the 5th for the Dons, and they got 4 of their own in the 5th. But now she's in trouble here with 2 on and nobody out facing Vierik. That one misses inside. So 3-0 to Vierik here. And it's a 4-pitch walk. So back-to-back walks issued. 6 of them now in the ball game. And that's going to spell the end of the day for Kalani Gonzalez. Santa Ana opts for a pitching change. Karen Vasquez will come in here. So Vasquez in the 5th. She'll pitch to Akane Gonzalez to start here. And Canyon's gonna make a change offensively themselves. As Nicole Murrow gonna hit here. Place of Akane Gonzalez. Murrow this season hasn't had a lot of opportunities at the plate, just 4 for 8, but hitting an even .500 on the year. So Murrow takes the first pitch from Vasquez, up and away. Showed some of the numbers on Vasquez earlier. 42 2/3 innings this season. An ERA of 4.10. She's 3-4 on the year. That went in for a strike. 28 walks, 16 strikeouts. She's given up 25 earned runs, 40 total runs on 53 hits, with 14 doubles against. Canyons with nobody out in the bases loaded here working in this 5th inning. And this one hit on the ground out into left field. That'll get through for a base hit. Mena will stay at third as everyone goes station to station. And Nicole Murrow has another hit, and it's an RBI. And Canyons gets one back here. And now Mia Reese, who had an inside the park home run back in the 4th inning. And it looks like John Wismath opting for a base runner here. And they will have Leilani Lopez come in to run in place of Isabel Mena. So some speed at third. Leilani Lopez came out with a bat in her hand, thought she was hitting, and the bench had to holler at her, no, you're just running here. I like the aggressiveness, though. Leilani Lopez going, I want to hit. So here's Mia Reese. Bases loaded. 4-run game here for Canyons. A deep fly ball will score you a run. A base hit will do you much more. Barrick out at second base. Nicole Murrow over at first. The 9-hitter who's 2 for 2 today at the plate. Single and an inside the park home run on a ball she smoked down the third base line. Past a diving Luna, and then it rolled by Murphy, who was the left fielder at the time. Got all the way into the corner, and that was enough for the speedy Mia Reese to take it all the way around. Swings through that one, and it's 1-2. Armenta and Vasquez talking about things here with 2 strikes. One, 2 count here to Reese. Pops this one up in foul territory. It'll get out of play off the right side. Again, we are out of baseballs. It's the second time today Kendall McCarthy has looked at the dugouts and said, we can't go. We don't have anything to play with. So again, a 2-strike count here for Mia Reese. Fights that one off. This one lifted in the air on the infield. The left fielder will come in and make the catch, though. So Martinez makes the catch. One down, Reese retired for the first time today. We'll go to the top of the order here. Holly Gonzalez back to work. 0 for 2 with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. Canyons with a golden opportunity to re-stretch the lead, maybe even walk this thing off. With a walk-off run at the plate, Gonzalez takes a strike. And one out when Mia Reese, or nobody out when Mia Reese came up. Now one away here with Gonzalez. If anything, just stretch the lead back out. Good changeup from Vasquez, or breaking pitch away. Gonzalez had to try and slow down to catch up to it. 2 strikes. This one hit down the line and left, but twisting foul. Gonzalez waiting again. That time takes away. One ball, 2 strikes the count here to Holly Gonzalez. Vasquez into her delivery. Called strike 3 on the outer half. So 2 down, and Skylar Vanoli will come to the plate, who's hitless so far today. 0 for 1, walked a couple of times. Outer half strike on Vanoli, 0-1. Vasquez Give up the single to Murrow. It gives up a run, but looked good against the last two. This one, though, going to get out into left center field. Vanoli going to score at least two. They're going to try and send Murrow from first base. She will get in safely. Vanoli going to try and move up to third. She's out. So it is a 3-run double for Skylar Vanoli, and then she's cut down at third. Canyons has stretched the lead back out to 7. As we'll go to the 6th here from Whitten Field. The College of the Canyons Athletic Department is proud to announce the Hall of Fame class for 2025. This year's inductees include legendary women's basketball coach Greg Herron, 2-time softball All-American Ruby Herrera, 2010 state track and field champion Corey Honeycutt, 2-time conference men's basketball player of the year Carlton Spencer, and the 2010 state runner-up men's soccer team. Be there for all the excitement Wednesday, March 19th at 4:30 p.m. at the Santa Clarita Performing Arts Center. For more information, please visit cocathletics.com or call 661-362-3742. Go Cougs!
Whether we're on the move or stuck in one place, it's with us, comforting, healing, and transforming lives. It's the power of you. With 4 world-class hospitals and over 170 clinics across Southern California, together, we're building a healthier community. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family. It begins with you. UCLA Health.
So pitching change for Canyons here as we go into the 6th inning. Skylar Vanoli commits a cardinal sin of baseball and softball, making the last out of the inning at third base. Canyons will go with Nicole Murrow, who's recorded at 4-4 on the year with a 4.79 ERA. In 30 2/3 innings pitched, she's given up 34 hits, 21 earned runs, with 21 walks and 24 strikeouts. Santa Ana will pinch hit for Arston here. Or scratch that, no, it's Mia Luna coming up. Apologies. Back to the top of the order. Luna 2 for 3, couple of singles, a strikeout, and a run scored. As Murrow will try and lock this one down in the 6th and the 7th, potentially. That third out at third hurts Canyons more than maybe you realize right at this moment, should this game not swing their way. The goal kind of always is, when you can, to try and knock games out in 5 innings. Gives your pitchers some more rest, the ability to reset. Vanoli with Petretti and Jimenez both coming up behind her as this one chopped towards the left side, scooped up. Wensley fires. Good play from Gabby Wensley to retire Luna. One away. To say that kind of it hurts you as it makes Nicole Murrow have to go out there for an inning. And Vanoli just stayed at second with the double. You have Petretti and you have Jimenez up there. And Vanoli represents the game-ending run. Is this one a base hit up the middle by Arston? A solid single right through the middle of the field. So 1 out base runner here for Santa Ana. So that kind of could come back maybe too. I mean, we don't know. You don't know at this point, but just check it in your mind for the moment. That's a situation that could come back to hurt you in game number 2 potentially. Because now you give Santa Ana a chance to see and maybe get some feel for Nicole Murrow, who coming into the season was looked at as your ace, and you've kind of found 2 in Akana Gonzalez and Murrow. Both have pitched well at times, both have struggled at times. It's a matter of consistency from the group. You also have Gabby Wensley, who can pitch in a needed situation. Has shown some ability in the circle. But that run, that potential run, which would have ended the game in 5 and kept Nicole Murrow from having to go out and work here in this first game. Just kind of keep it back in your mind going into game number 2 and the remainder of this one here. Murrow way behind now. 3 balls and 1 strike. Leanne Lopez is going to go out and talk to her. Trying to settle Murrow in here. It's an 11-4 ball game in the 6th. Santa Ana with 4 in their 4th. Canyons came up with 4 of their own in their half. And it's a walk here. So a single and a walk. Walk's hurting both sides at times today. The 5th inning for Santa Ana. A couple of hit batters and a walk. Canyons has done damage off of walks in their halves. As here's Potter back in there to hit. Hit 4 in the 5th. Avalar was hit by a pitch. Potter back in there now. And Murrow has not found the zone here in the last handful of pitches. But tying 2-0 here to Grace Potter. That one's better down the middle of the plate for a strike. This one lined right at Vanoli. On to second for a double play. That is huge, just good defensive positioning. As that one hit hard by Potter right at Vanoli, who then doubles off Arston at second base. And so a double play, the first of the season for Canyons, a non-traditional style double play. And we go to the 6th, it's still a 7-run lead for College of the Canyons. There's no runs on a hit. 1 left on. 11-4 in favor of COC. Bottom of 6 we go. Canyons needing 1 to put this game in the books. They'll have Petreni, Jimenez, and Diaz to try and get it done. The start here in the inning. Facing Vasquez, who came in into the 5th. And gave up 1 run and allowed 3 inherited runners to score. So right now, Kalani Gonzalez on the hook for the loss. Petreni reached on a fielder's choice and scored, singled in the 4th and scored, and grounded to short. 1 for 3 today. 3 balls and 1 strike to count here to Petretti. Game 2 will start roughly a half an hour after the finish of this one. 3-1 in for a strike. It's a scheduled 2 p.m. start, but looking like closer to 3 o'clock. It's getting on 2 o'clock right now, unless Canyons can finish this one out in this 6th inning quickly. And Petretti down on strike. Oh no, that was a 3-1 pitch, excuse me. So now it's 3-2. This one hit on the ground towards third. Luna scoops and fires. Petretti down 5-3. First down here, Janice Jimenez will come to the plate. Singled walk, reached on an error, scored twice. Couple of stolen bases in there as well. There was another play where she made the last out at second base in that 4th inning. After reset an inside the park home run, but trying to get 2-out single, Jimenez lifted a ball to right field that probably should have been brought down by Salazar, but it bounced off her glove, and then Jimenez got a little too greedy. This one lined right at the second baseman, Barrios, who makes the play. So 2 quick outs here in the 6th inning. And now Grace Diaz, who stretched her hitting streak up to 5 games with a base hit in the 5th. That started off the 5th inning. Trying to keep the inning alive for Canyons. Takes a called strike. Another good pitch from Gonzalez. Or, excuse me, from Vasquez. She's up in the count. 0-2. Waste pitch that time, misses away. One, two, misses down, little spinner down. Diaz hits this one on the ground towards third. Luna, couple of ground outs to third here in the inning. Nicole Murrow will try and close it out. A 1-2-3 inning for Karen Vasquez. 6 full in the books. Canyons with an 11-4 lead. It'll be Grace Barrios, Armenta, and Salazar due up here. I think they're going to hit for Armenta. So we see Abby Lindauer, who is yet to have a plate appearance this season, getting ready to go. Be her first game of the year. So face Nicole Murrow here. Barrios 0 for 2. Swings at the first pitch, grounds it to third. Wensley knocked it down, fires to first just in time. Half a step ahead of Barrios. So one away in Armenta coming to the plate. Or excuse me, Lindauer coming to the plate here. This will be her first appearance of the season. Swings to the first pitch and fouls it into the screen. Trying to find a base runner here for Santa Ana in the top half of the last. 1 ball, 1 strike the count here. Two balls, 1 strike to count here to Lindauer. As Murrow back to work. That one fouled off Leone Lopez. Evens the count at 2-2. That one misses just away. Good pitch from Murrow. Sets down Lindauer. Santa Ana down their final out here. Lindauer down on strikes. Jalen Salazar struck out in the 5th. It's her 6th at bat of the season for Salazar. First strikeout of the ball game for Murrow. One count here to Salazar. And now Santa Ana down to their final strike. Murrow sets her down. That'll end the ball game. Canyons will take it 11-4. Murrow strikes out the final 2 she faces. She goes the final 2 innings to hold the ball game. Akana Gonzalez will get the win. For Canyons, or for Santa Ana, we should say 4 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors, and they left 9 on base. For Canyons, 11 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. And they left 3 on base in the ball game. Akana Gonzalez will pick up the win. Elani Gonzalez picks up the loss. For Canyons, they get to 9-5 now on the year. Santa Ana falls to 7-8. Game number 2 coming up in about a half an hour time here. Switch over the streams to the other side. We'll see you then here on the Cougar Sports Network.